everyone. I wanted to teach you guys how to use Readworks. This is going to be our learning platform for reading that we're going to start with as a grade 5 class. So we are going to be learning Readworks. Right now, you might recognize our Google Classroom stream because this is how you're going to access Readworks. If you look at our Classworks stream, we have our question of the day, we have one optional enrichment activity, and now under here we have two things. One is our article a day, structures made by people, and our weekly reading selection. Here's kind of what we're hoping for. We're going to start with article a day. We're hoping that you will log in once a day and you'll complete this article a day. It's only going to take you about 10 or 15 minutes. If you can't get to it, you can't get to it. But if you can, we'd really like you to sign into this article a day. And when you do, you're going to go to sign in. And it's going to say My Classes. You're going to see it up here, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 articles that you can choose from to do every day. So you're going to pick any one of these that you want to. I might want to learn about damaged bridge to be repaired. I might work about recycled houses. I can pick any article throughout the day. There's a couple articles, the ones with the little apples here, that are a little bit on the easier side, and the ones with the lightning bolts that are a little bit more on the challenging side. And so you might want to start your week with one of the easier ones. Totally up to you, but maybe you'll start with the Petronas Twin Towers. Now here's your article. In this article, you can read it. You can also, one of the cool things about this is if you're struggling to read it, you can also press here and it will be read to you. I'd like you to try reading it, but if you can't, or if it's struggle with a part, not a problem, have it read to you. And so it will go through this article. And then you can, after that, the expectation is you go to the book of knowledge. The book of knowledge, all you need to do is write 2 or 3 things that you've learned from this article that you want to remember. So you're going to just write 2 or 3 things in here that you remember. If you want to go back to the article, this is a really cool function up here. If you click here, it's going to allow you to see the article on one side, and it's going to allow you to see the book of knowledge on the other side. So in here, you'd write 1 or 2 things in this section. I'm not going to write it right now. You'll do it, then you'll press submit. And then you've done that. Then you can go back, you can click off of here, and you can go back to your assignments. The other really cool thing that you have is you have the library tab. On the library tab, it's going to ask you what your interests are, what things that you like to read. This is like a library. It has all sorts of articles and stories and stuff like that that you can read anytime you want. And so you'd click on a couple of things that maybe I'm interested in animals and I'm interested in making and enjoying art and music. I'm going to pick a library theme because that's really fun. And it's going to say, let's go. Now it has all of these different articles that I can read. It has some suggestions for the day. It has some other articles up here. If I see one that I think might be just kind of interesting for later, maybe I think Emperor Penguins sound great, I'll click here. Maybe I want to learn one about the Hungry Girl poetry and an autobiography here. If I don't read them right away, it saves it onto my reading list. And so I can go back to them later, read them. So that's just your library. Anytime you want, you can come back to this spot and do some reading. Finally, I'm going to give you one more thing. If we go back to our Google Classroom, we also have our weekly reading selection. We're going to be giving you one article a week that we've chosen for you, that we're hoping you're going to read, and that we're hoping that you'll answer the questions to. And so I click on here again, and it gives me my classes, and here I am, my remote learning class. And it says Ruins in the Rainforest. And it has another article. This is one that Mrs. Havis and I have chosen for you. And so you're going to read it. If you have problems with the vocabulary, there's a few trickier vocabulary pieces in there. They've got it here. And then you're going to go to the questions. This one has only 5 questions. These are multiple choice. So you're just going to answer the questions the best you think you can. I'm just randomly picking them now. You're going to do a far better job than I have. And I'm going to press submit. All questions answered. Done. I have now submitted that. So I'm finished. And so that's going to come into your Google Classroom stream. If you have any questions for that, please make sure get your mom and dad to email me or ask Mrs. Havas or anything you need to do. But otherwise, I hope that works. Thank you.